It's called the cribriform plate. What's this called right here? That's the cristagalli.
Okay.
And then you have the perpendicular plate right here. Right? The perpendicular plate comes down, and this is the perpendicular plate right here, the ethmoid bone, and forms an articulation with the vomer. And that makes up your bony nasal septum. All right, so everybody got that? So this is your ethmoid bone, cristagalli, cribriform plate, perpendicular plate. All right? Is this a right or a left bone?
That is a
Right or left?
Right.
It's a right. What's the name of the bone? What bone is this? Temporal.
Temporal bone.
This is a temporal bone. All right. So if you guys don't know that, then you're in big trouble. Okay. What's this right here?
The acoustic canal.
What's it called? What's the exact name of this opening? External acoustic meatus. How about this right here? What's this called?
Zymatic arch. Or
It's called the. Perfect. Okay. What's this called right in here? What's that called? If this is the external acoustic meatus,
it's an internal.
Internal.
internal acoustic meatus. Okay, you need to know that. Okay. So that's the temporal bone. All right, so let's put that back in here. That's one. What bone is this? All right, what are these called? Right, what are these called? What's this called right here? Superior orbital fissure. All right, so that's also, if I showed it to you here, it's right here. Superior orbital fissure. Okay, and you also have, all right, what's this called? Optic canal. That's the optic canal. Okay. What's this process called in here? All right. What's this? All right. This is your sella turcica. Remember that sella turcica? What sits in the sella turcica? Gland. Right. And what does the pituitary gland make? Hormones. All right. What are these called? Pterygoid process. This is the pterygoid process, and you have the medial pterygoid plate, lateral pterygoid plate. You got a couple foramina on here. All right. The way that I would look at it, you start with this one right here. This is foramen cord.
Can you repeat that?
Foramen ovale. You know it's foramen ovale because it's oval. That's your foramen ovale. If you go posterior and lateral to that foramen, it's called the foramen spinosum. Okay? If I go, well, you can't really see it here. And this is the foramen lacerium. But you know I'm going to put the foramen ovale on the test. So everybody please get that one right. Sella turcica, that'll be on the test. Greater wing, lesser wing, pterygoid plate. Okay. Okay. What bone is this? What bone is this? This is the maxillary bone, right? It's the maxillary bone looking from the roof of the mouth. And then what's the back part of the bone here? That's called the palatine bone. So you got the maxillary bone, maxilla, palatine bone. Okay. If you look at from the front, this bone right here, that's your nasal bone. And then this is the maxilla bone right here. It goes all the way up. Right, so the maxilla goes all the way up, and then you have the lacrimal bone. And inside the lacrimal bone, you see what? What's that little foramen called? Lacrimal foraminal. Right? It's a place for the lacrimal duct. The lacrimal gland. It says above here, it sends a duct down to make tears in the eye. If I stick my fingers in here, it's number 15. Ethmoid bone. Right, so that's your ethmoid bone. Okay. What foramen is this? Foramen ovale. How about that foramen right here? Foramen rotundum. I mean, foramen spinosum. Posterior and lateral, right? Posterior and lateral to the foramen ovale. How about this foramen right here? Big and round. Foramen rotundum. Okay. How about this foramen right here? That's the foramen lacerium. So here's your foramen ovale, foramen spinosum, foramen rotundum, foramen lacerium, supraorbital fissure, optic canal. If I go over this way right here, this is your jugular foramen. your jugular foramen. Jugular foramen. Jugular foramen. Okay? And then you have your carotid canal. Carotid foramen, I should say. Alright? Then this is the hypoglossal foramen. Hypoglossal foramen. Right there. What are these called?
Condyles.
Say it loud. What are they
Condyles.
called? Be specific. What are they called? Occipital condyles. Alright? How about this bump on the back here?
Occipital condyle.
This bump.
Oh,
External, occipital, tuberous.
tuberous, that's right.
Occipital condyles articulate with what? What bone does this articulate with?
Atlas.
Atlas. Okay? Articulates with atlas. Right? What is these called?
Mastoid process.
What are these called?
Styloid.
Okay. Alright? Okay. What's this whole bone in here called? It's called your bony nasal septum. What's it made out of?
Cartilage.
What two bones make up the bony nasal septum?
Oh,
What bone is this? The vomer. This is the vomer. And then this is the perpendicular plate of the ethmoid bone. That's what makes up your bony nasal septum. Okay? You're in the same group as the group back there. They got all this stuff. Alright, so you guys need to get up to speed with this. You need to work on the skull. Okay? What bone is this?
Mandible. Mandible.
Mandible, okay? And what's this called right here? Don't be shy. What's this called? This is the mental, right? Mental? It's a mental case? Mental foramen. Got a hole in the head. Mental foramen. Okay. How about these processes right here? What are these called? What are these processes called? Alveolar processes, right? How about this right here? What's this called?
Head.
What's this called? There's two processes here. You have one process here. What's this process called? Coronoid process, condylar process. Okay? Everybody got that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you need to know those.
Body.
Okay, sternum, the whole bone. What's the upper part called? Begins with an M. M. Opposite of women. Man. Manubrium. Manubrium, all right? Manubrium, body, xiphoid process. Everybody got it? How many pairs of ribs are there? How many pairs of true ribs are there? 1 through 7. Okay. How many floating ribs are there? How many pairs of floating ribs? 2. How many false ribs are there? 8 through 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's really 5. Okay, so you need to know that. True ribs, false ribs, floating ribs, vertebrochondral ribs, floating ribs.
You need to know how many there are, or?
I could ask you any one of those. How many pairs of ribs? How many ribs? So if there are 12 pairs, 24. How many true ribs?